welcome down to the abyssal layer of the Radiophonic Sea Creatures. Please refer to me from now on as Sir Lancelot, because I lance a lot of women with my mystical pork sword, which has been dubbed Excalibur. That's right, we're talking about the legend of King Shafter and the Knights of the Round Table Gangbang, or as I like to call it, the Pound Table, because I, Tokyo Chuchu, also known as Sir Lancelot, I'm going to be your host today. And with me, as always, are two men who also have new monikers. One shall henceforth be called Master Bates, and the other one, Sir Sloppy II. It's Human Metal and Brack. So how are you guys?
Who is who?
Yeah.
It's really important.
Well, Human Metal, I think you must be Master Bates.
Yeah, I can deal with that. I can deal with Master Bates, but being the sloppy second for someone, excuse me. Thanks. No. No thanks. Master Bates I can deal with. It's alright.
Yes, I know you can deal with
It's only true.
Well, at least Brack is getting some.
Well, I'll let the audience decide what's worse then.
Anyway,
yeah, I'm fine. The weather here is shitty. I know this is supposed to be our summer episode, but Germany is not having that. It's like, it doesn't give a shit. It's like, well, you're in this fucking country, so you're gonna get some rain. The whole fucking week.
Good old European summer.
Yeah, good old European. I don't know what's worse, British summer or German summer. Well...
It's those Jewish rain dancers. They're getting their revenge.
Maybe. And rightfully so. Anyway, I still decided, despite the shitty weather, to go out of the house yesterday and watch Star Trek Beyond. Which was a pretty cool movie, actually. I didn't expect that because it was like, oh, okay, now it's gonna be the director of Fast and Furious 6, 7. I mean, I like those movies. But I was like, okay, that guy for Star Trek? I don't know if that is the right choice. But then I was like, well, I wasn't particularly fond of the second one either, so I guess it can't be worse than that. So,
does Vin Diesel show up as an alien, or?
No, he doesn't show up. But there is a scene with a motorcycle, and there's without giving too much away, there's a scene that they copy pasted from Fast and Furious 6, I think, like an action scene that is like. Really climaxes in pretty much the exact same way. Where like two people catch each other, it's the same shot. It's the same fucking shot.
Is there a scene where Spock rips a photon torpedo launcher off of a starship and just takes down a fighter with it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Maybe that will happen in the next one. I think he directed. I mean, the Fast and Furious movies got crazier with every installation, you know, but. There's some pretty damn crazy and stupid scenes in that, which I loved all of them. It's like, I don't want to give them away because they're like kind of imaginative and fun. So in case anyone wanted to watch that movie still, I don't want to spoil them. But yeah, I like the style he brought. There are a lot of panning shots where it's like, oh, okay, now we have this character and let's do a 360 zoom on that character or camera pan. And it was like, that was kind of exhausting in 3D because sometimes you couldn't tell what's going on, especially in the dark scenes. So I want to rewatch that in 2D and see if it's just as bad in that regard. But other than that, story is pretty basic but cool. Like, bad guy is cool too. Didn't have really anything to complain. Some people said it had like a slow start, but I actually didn't feel like it did. Just, you know, got some character work out of the way and then it's right into the action and pretty much never lets up. And yeah. It's pretty damn awesome.
I've heard some complaints about the use of a Beastie Boys song in there.
Oh yeah, but I think I like that. I like that. It's dumb, but I really liked how they made use of two music special musical scenes in that movie. So yeah, it's like it's really, I don't know. It's really dumb, like I said. And I didn't expect to see that in a Star Trek movie, of all things. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed myself a lot. It was really fun. Had a good time all the way through the movie. And it didn't feel as long as the second one. And I don't know. Just overall very enjoyable, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys would see it. But.
Oh, well, I will catch it on a DVD. I won't go to the cinema to watch it, but mostly because I do understand this one's better. But the second one was a real fucking shit movie. It was really bad.
I actually agree with that. Yeah, I was so surprised because the first one, first was such a surprise. It's such a fun movie.
Yeah,
and the second one was just like,
yeah, it was
and not
That's when.
Not only that, like the second one though, just to rail on it real hard, is the fact that they rework scenes from the original Wrath of Khan, which is the best Star Trek movie. From the original run of films, like easily by far.
I like Voyage Home too a lot because it makes fun of the whole thing, and I like when movies spoof themselves a bit and make light of themselves. So. Yeah, but it's definitely the best Star Trek movie.
But the thing is, like, they actually like rework direct scenes from the film, especially the end where like one of the characters dies or is maybe going to die or something. But it's terrible because in the original film it worked like gangbusters.
Yeah, it didn't have an impact in the new one.
The second one, it was just like, who cares?
Yeah. Also, also not exactly that because it's better in this movie, in my opinion. But they rework a few scenes from the original Star Trek 3 in this one as well. So I guess that's a theme that I like put in every new one of these movies. They're gonna have like something from the corresponding old movie because the next one apparently, since Kirk's father is in there again, I guess there will be time travel. So since that was the plot of the fourth old movie, I guess that's gonna be somehow in the new movie as well. So we'll see.
And now that they have time travel, they can travel back in time to the time of Fast and Furious, so they can make like a crossover.
Oh man, that would be amazing. I would watch that.
Someone should travel back in time and unpin that poor bastard from his garage wall. Oh, that sucks. How was it to see that guy like in his last movie? Anyway, did you actually, when you saw him on screen? Was it kind of sad?
Was it his last movie? I thought like Green Room was his last movie.
It's gonna be his last Star Trek movie. I guess. It was like okay, and he's normal. It's not like he knew he would die, and it's. I was like, at the end, there's like a message like for Anton in the credits, and also of course there's Leonard Nimoy is paid homage to and stuff like that because he died before that movie too. So. But other than that, I really wonder if they're gonna like just recast him in the next one, or if Chekhov won't just be in there. So I wonder how they'll handle it.
I hope they'll write him out because I don't know.
Maybe he has a brother that looks almost the same. I think that's how they did some of the Paul Walker scenes in the Fast and Furious movies.
I don't think they're gonna recast him. That feels a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
And I doubt they will do that, actually. I think they're just going to put another guy in there in the same spot.
Yeah.
And it fucking sucks the way that he getting murdered by your own fucking car. That is with no one out. I mean, it's really funny if it wasn't like totally horrific and a total fucking waste of human life. It's terrible. It's awful. What a terrible thing that.
Handbrakes, people. They can save lives.
No, that actually was the problem.
What?
Because it was like
it didn't work.
It's like a car with faulty handbrakes or something.
Oh,
and that's one of the might be the reason.
Functioning handbrakes, people. They save lives.
That is a company that deserves to be sued.
Yeah,
you can't have cars murdering their owners. I mean, that's horrible.
I hope the family did.
That's only acceptable in Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, well, if your car's outright trying to murder you, that's there's intent there, but Christ. Also, Jesus Christ, why didn't he just like jump out the way? Did he? I bet he was trying to stop the guy. I can stop this rolling car.
He probably didn't see it, and it just rolled. He probably didn't hear it either. So he was probably with his back towards the car and. Or concentrating on reading, I don't know, a letter or something, and didn't see it.
I know, you're not reading a letter. I bet he's listening to metal or something.
That maybe.
He went out rocking. That's how I'd like to think of him.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's move on, shall we?
I would say rocking and rolling, but that sounds inappropriate.
Yeah.
As in a rolling
it is.
car. Anyway.
You are a horrible person.
What else have you been doing, Humberto?
I've been doing some stuff, but let's keep that for the next time, because otherwise the shallows are going to be too big. And if I think Bragg has
living up to your name, Master Bates.
That too. Bragg has a lot on his plate, I think. So, do you want to jump in?
You have two other things you want to talk about, right? That I also want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
what's he's going to jump in? He's sloppy seconds.
I'll let you take the lead, though. So.
Oh, but
ahead.
I have a shit ton to talk about. Actually, I'm going to go through it pretty quick.
Okay.
I've seen the latest Jason Bourne movie.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, please tell.
And
without spoilers.
It was kind of mediocre. I can't even spoil the movie because this movie is like. It's written by me the day before I have like the finished paper, and instead of writing new stuff, I just copy paste stuff from my past papers and make it like a fairly creative mess.
Oh boy!
Because that's what this movie is. It's like, oh, this is from that movie. Oh, this is from this movie. This is from another Jason Bourne movie.
To be fair, to be honest, I mean, I will quickly say the Bourne Supremacy is like one of my favorite films. Like I love it. It's one of the best action movies ever made. However, the Bourne Ultimatum was already copy pasting stuff from the second film.
I know, but like Ultimatum, it still had like really cool action sequences, and it kind of bookended the story as well in a good way. This one, it feels like it's just unnecessary, and the action is not that good. Like, it has some of the weakest action of all the Jason Bourne movies. Especially, like, what's horrible is, like, some cool action shot in the trailer is shot in a different way in the actual movie with way less impact. It's like, that's horrible. You shouldn't do that. Why does the trailer have better action shots than the actual movie?
Do you think something got, fucked up in editing or something?
I have no idea. Also, they are, like, really trying to be like, oh, this is a post-Snowden world, by like mentioning Edward Snowden like a couple of times and having some like Finnish hacker group or whatever the fuck, and like
it's very social networky, like in terms.
Oh yeah, this is horrible. They have like this Mark Zuckerberg type person, where it's like, oh, we're gonna our new program or something, like a new social media program. But at no point do they actually tell what the social media program actually is. They're just telling buzzwords like about it and like a lunch and stuff. And like they have no clue what they're actually talking about. It's horrible. Also, Matt Damon, he has like 25 lines in this entire movie. He's like, he barely talks at all. He talks less than fucking Mad Max in like in Fury Road.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's not good.
No.
Is it at least better than although nobody even fucking remembers it was made probably. Was it better than the fourth one? Yeah, Legacy.
Yes and no, actually. Like, yes, because like in general it's a more entertaining movie and like the pacing is better, and like the guy Paul Grunges, he has like he really does like thrilling editing to make you like the blood pumping the entire time and like don't give you any rest, so it doesn't get boring. But to be honest, Legacy has some better action sequences.
Yeah, the final action sequence of Legacy was like it was like 2 hours of boredom and then 10 minutes of fun.
Yeah, like it has better action sequences than this one. Like the fights in this one are like the weakest of the series, and the story is as well the weakest of the series. It's also like I don't know. Like I think this movie was made because they needed some money. Or I think the movie is made because like Matt Damon doesn't need money. Paul Grunges probably doesn't need money. I think Moby needed some money because every movie ends with like a Moby song. It's like, okay, they were like, probably Matt Damon was like called to death by Moby. It's like, please make another movie. No one is listening to my music anymore. Please make another movie so I can at least like sell my song again.
Yeah, and dude, but man. Oh fuck me! When that Moby song works, it works. The moment when Bourne Supremacy ends and that fucking song kicks in, that is so cool, man.
But it works in like the original trilogy. It doesn't work in Legacy at all because with Legacy it was like, oh, the only reason I know this is the end of the movie is because the Moby song starts playing. But yeah, it's all right action movie, but it's not great, not a good Bourne movie. And besides that, I have watched Stranger Things, which is great. Like I was afraid it was going to end. Like I saw the trailer, I was afraid it's going to end like a Steven Spielberg jerk-off fest, like Super 8 was. But actually, it didn't. It's like this movie actually has more in common with Stephen King than it has with Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
because the horror elements were great. Acting is great. Adults and both the kids are like really like good acting, and the funny, the friendship between the kids is really good. Like where the camaraderie feels genuine. Also, this is especially for you guys.
No, wait.
So much. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So much.
I'm literally about to watch that.
So much like 80s nostalgia. Like every toy you see in the background, every poster, every song is like pure 80s nostalgia. So yeah, it's great.
I also like the soundtrack.
Soundtrack is good as well.
Worked really well, and they're actually releasing it, so I'm looking forward to that. I had a few gripes with the show. Like one of the kids got on my nerves. It was part of his character, I guess, but the way they handled it could have been done better. Because he really got like over the top, I would say, in trying to be an asshole toward another character for pretty much no valid reason, in my opinion.
Oh, I know which character you're talking about now.
Yeah.
But everybody, like, he is supposed to be like the 80s douchebag in a way. Right?
I don't know.
80s like, high school movie douchebag.
I don't know. Maybe we're not talking about the same person. But yeah, I'm talking about the black kid. I'm not racist against black people. I'm not.
The only black kid in the show, and he's hating him.
Yeah, obviously.
I thought you were talking about Steve.
No,
right?
I think he was. I think he was too aggressive against 11, and was like. I know they gave a reason for it and everything, but it didn't like work for me. It was like, okay, that still came out of nowhere, and otherwise those kids act kind of sometimes like adults because they're pretty clever and smart, but in that regard they can't. And yeah, I don't know. He just came across like a little asshole most of the time, and that annoyed me.
I didn't really have that problem. I felt it was like I understood his reasoning actually, so I didn't have that much of a problem.
I understood the reasoning, but in my opinion, it just went too far with it. But anyway, I get it. He doesn't have to be that much of an asshole. I get what you're playing it, but Jesus Christ, tone it down. And the other thing was like the CG in that series is also not that convincing, but I didn't expect it to be, so that wasn't much of an issue for me. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than that, great show, fantastic atmosphere, cool story, and we're getting a second season. I wonder how they, if they actually pull something good off with that, because I think the first season wrapped up nicely, even though there are some loose ends. But yeah, looking forward to more Stranger Things.
Okay.
Stranger
Things.
If they want to pull off something good, my cock's always available.
Oh boy.
And also
pulled off. That sounds painful.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Well, you've obviously never been pulled off then, Brack. It's not horrible, let me tell you.
Sloppy.
Well, yeah, I'm literally pulled off, like by one of those horror creatures, which sounds horrible. Like, I'm not sure if I want to that sounds.
If my cock gets pulled off by a horror creature, first of all, that's not good. Second of all, I'm gonna take your mum to jail, Brack. Sorry, I should have been Human Metal's mother. That's a low blow. I apologise, Brad.
I appreciate it.
So, besides that, I've also watched Song of the Sea, which is a great animated movie about like an Irish boy and who goes on an adventure with his sister and to save like mythical creatures that have turned to stone. Sounds
but
pretty...
does he turn into a raging alcoholic, beat his sister black and blue, and accidentally drown himself in the ocean?
No.
Oh, then it's not a true Irish story.
But like I've got to say, this is one of the prettiest animated movies I've seen in a long time. Actually, I use some of the screens from it as my background on my computer at the moment. And the art style is great. It reminded me a lot of like that Ubisoft game, Child of Light.
Oh, nice.
And the way it uses like folklore reminded me a bit of like that other, not sure who made the game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. But overall, like, this is a great animated movie. It's probably like, it's reminded me a lot of Miyazaki, of like Ghibli movies in a way. Like one of the few like non-Ghibli movies that actually gave me the same like feeling.
Nice.
So yeah, I can only recommend it. It's great. Now I'm gonna go to the worst movie I've seen in a long time, which is I've watched the remake of Point Break.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going for the Killing Joke.
No. This is worse. This is way worse.
Okay.
So, Point Break. Yeah, everybody likes the original Point Break, right? It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But the new one is horrible. Like, the main actor is he's like the dollar bin version of Chris Hemsworth. Like,
so it's his brother.
No, he's so bad. He's so bad that he makes Liam Hemsworth look like Chris Hemsworth.
Oh wow,
that's how bad he is.
That's an achievement.
Like nobody in the movie has any charisma. The dialogue.
We're talking like Sam Worthington levels of awfulness.
Yes, he's like Sam Worthington levels of awfulness. Like nobody in the movie has any charisma. The dialogue is hilariously bad. Like especially like Bodhi. Everything everything he says make him sound like a beanie wearing vegan who just like watched the documentary about Buddhism and now feels like he's all enlightened. He puts like lines like, if a tree falls into the forest and no one puts it on YouTube, did it really ever happen? Like, the only law that matters is gravity. Like stuff like that. It's horrible.
Well, to be fair, they might be taking a leaf out of the original film, which was a great like classic, but it had the same type of dialogue in it, man.
I know. Maybe it was because the delivery was better, but that actually felt like better in the original. But the main problem is that this movie is not fun at all. Like this is a movie about a gang of extreme sports anarchists, which sounds like it should be fun. But it takes itself extremely serious, like insanely serious, and like even action scenes, which sometimes have like nice shots in them, it's like completely covered in like this blue layer, which is like blue grayish layer, which makes everything seem horrible. Also, like Ray Winston is in this movie, and he's probably the best part about it because he doesn't give a fuck at all. He gives like the worst performance of his career, I think, and he just doesn't care at all. You can just see it on his face. Literally even, because his character has like doesn't have facial hair consistency. Because in some scenes he has like a thin mustache, and like the next scene he has like a full-on beard, and then the scene after that he has like this really small mustache again. It's like,
wow, Jesus Christ!
What's going on here? Like, am I the only one that sees this? Like, this is hilarious. Like, what? Like a full-on like that Gandalf mustache beard, I mean, with like a big beard, and like the next scene is like almost clean shaven with a little thinly porn star mustache. Like, what's going on in this movie? It's horrible.
Wow.
Like,
which role does he take from the original? Does he take Gary Busey's role?
Yes, he takes Gary Busey's role.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see why they would cast him in that role, but I bet Gary Busey does it better.
Yes, way better.
Nobody does a predictable, pointless death like Gary Busey. It's amazing.
He just didn't die in this movie. I don't think he even dies in this movie.
Right, Winston?
No, he's alive at the end of it.
Oh, no way. Gary Busey definitely dies in the original. That was a classic. He just comes running on the tarmac to save the day. He pulls out his gun and gets shot. And dies. It's amazing.
This movie is like...
Now you can kill him in Hitman.
I'm pretty sure that they wanted to make this a franchise. Like, I'm 100% sure they wanted to make this a franchise.
I think it failed miserably at the box office, so that probably won't happen.
Like, they really wanted also this to be more like Fast and Furious, because you have like those crazy party sequences where they had like places where like tons of girls with like only wearing bikinis and dancing around and stuff. Which, like,
to be honest, they had that in the original too.
Yeah, but in this one it feels more like Fast and Furious, the way it's filmed and everything, with the music that's going on. But in general, this movie is just boring. It's just boring. Like,
what is it with like? Sorry, just briefly. What is it with reboots, like making like movies that were fundamentally like sort of comedic and really, really good fun, boring? I mean, look at Total Recall, the original, right? Really fun and comedic. The reboot was boring and serious as shit. RoboCop, the original, really fun and comedic. The reboot, like, really deadly serious. Admittedly, yes, they did a good job with the RoboCop reboot. I'll have to say that. It was a lot better than a lot of people giving.
It's all right. It's
could have been worse.
It was definitely, apart from Sam Jackson, it was missing the comedy though.
Yeah.
Like, and now this is like really disappointing. The original was such goofy, stupid fun. I mean, it was really great. People jumping out of airplanes with no parachutes and blah blah blah. It was amazing fun.
I guess, like Greg said, they already tried to distinguish themselves too much from Fast and Furious, which is the fun, which is kind of the Point Break,
But that's
follow
the point.
up.
Look at the Fast and the Furious. Like, if they're trying to copy the Fast and the Furious, did they not get the message that the stupider those movies get, the more fun they are?
Yes,
Apparently not.
This is the main problem with this movie, that it's not fun. Like, you have seen there are some ridiculous action sequences in there, and then, like, you have the super serious music in the background, and, like, it's so bad. It's just bland. Like, the problem is, it's not even close enough to being bad enough that you can laugh at it.
That's a shame.
It's horrible. Like, don't watch it.
Oh well.
That totally sucks.
Like, you can laugh at the dialogue when you see it in like a spreadsheet or something. Like when you see like a few lines, you think, "Oh, this is so stupid. This is hilarious. This is gonna be fun." But like, besides that, it's just cliche. It's like not written very well.
A comedy is difficult, man. I mean, at some point, it works both ways. At some point, sometimes you have like what should be funny, over the top dialogue, like that, and then sometimes it doesn't work. And then you have like comedy masterpieces like Glengarry Glen Ross, that was written by David Mamet. I mean, David Mamet is some kind of fucking genius, isn't he? We have super serious dialogue that's delivered straight faced with serious intent, and is probably one of the funniest movies ever made because of the way the actors go all in. Like,
there's like this one ridiculous line of exposition like that they used in the trailer as well, which is like, it explains like this is the story of the entire movie in like one sentence, and there's the guys giving like a speech in front of like the FBI. I believe that, like me, the people behind these robberies are extreme athletes, using their skills to disrupt the international financial markets, and they don't care who gets killed in the process. So it's just like such a stupid line. It's just like, okay, this is like the entire line, it's the entire story of the movie in like one single line, and they like use it like 2 times or something. It's horrible.
Yikes.
Let's get on to something equally bad, but a little bit better, which is The Killing Joke.
Oh no. Really?
Yes.
This is bad news for me. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's bad news
So
for me too.
was I.
Oh,
well, not really. Since I saw the first trailer, I was like, oh boy. This is not...
I had still hope.
Yeah, me too. Hope dies last, man. And it died when, we watched the movie, I guess.
Yeah, like, actually the hope for the movie being good died before the storyline of the actual comic book happened.
Yeah, that's a problem. It has like this... so, Batman the Killing Joke obviously is like this very influential comic by Alan Moore that like kinda gave Joker a pretty cool origin story and was one of the darkest Batman comics out there in its time, and like, got the idea of, hey, gritty, not for kids comic books out there, I guess. And a lot of people liked it. I have some gripes with some of its stuff, but I still like it. I still appreciate it. I think it looks fantastic. And that's one of
my favorite comics.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like defined the relationship between the Joker and Batman.
Yeah.
Which is like the reason I like it the most. Like the entire last few pages of that comic are like some of my favorite like Batman moments.
So it's some of the stuff in there is pretty crazy in terms of visual scenery and everything. So I would imagine it is not the easiest thing to transport that to screen, especially on the budget of a direct to DVD DC movie. But still, even for those, I've watched a lot of those movies, and there are a lot of those direct to DVD things that look better than this. And I can understand why, for a big thing like the Killing Joke adaptation, you wouldn't try to get your best studio, your best staff, the best animator, and everything, and at least yeah,
it feels like it didn't have enough of a budget. Like,
yeah,
the weird thing is, this is like your star. So you get back like the 2 famous voice actors from the Batman animated series,
which they did, and they're great.
And they make a big deal about it, and they and you're like, oh, we're gonna show this in theaters as well for like a few nights only. But still, like, if you do all that, and it's like, this is one of the most iconic Batman stories of all time.
Yeah,
it feels like you should have put a little bit more work behind it.
Yeah.
Both in like story, like the first part is just horrible.
Yeah.
And in like the animation, because animation feels cheaper than their other.
It feels super cheap. It looks super bland. Someone on YouTube did like a revamp of the colors that make it look more like the comic, and that instantly looks better. So the comic color palette of this movie looks incredibly bland and washed out, and the animation itself is very limited and very hokey. There's no impact in the fight scenes or in the emotional scenes. Nothing. There's like nothing behind it. There is no interesting camera work, which you can always do a lot with an animation. And yeah, nothing like that. It's really, really by the numbers and really low budget. Some of the characters look really shitty. I really hated like what the Joker looks like face-wise in this. Like he doesn't look anything like his comic counterpart, and he looks worse than some of the other animated Jokers. So yeah, I didn't like that at all. And yeah, like you said, the movie doesn't start where the comic book starts. It gives us a prologue chapter that I guess is supposed to make Batgirl more, endear us more to Batgirl, or endear Batgirl more to us, and like make her more of a character than she was in a comic book. Yeah, that too. That happens. So I guess that's
at best, that prologue episode feels like a bad episode of like the Batman TV show. And I'm not even talking about Batman animated series. I'm talking about the Batman TV show. That like later.
I didn't really get it. I was like, I guess I get why they're doing it, because one of the important parts of Killing Joke is spoilers. you know what happens in the Killing Joke, didn't you? Don't you, Chuchu?
No, I have no idea what happens in the Killing
Joke.
Joke. I've never read anything. Basically, I can tell you the comic books like I've read on one hand.
Okay. Then I won't say it. But she has an important part in the story of the Killing Joke comic book. But she doesn't get much characterization in that comic book before, in that book itself. It's more about Batman and Joker. So I guess they were like, okay, let's.
Wait. Judging, I'm just going to take a wild shot in the dark because judging from what I know from the movies and the lore of Batman, Joker kills her.
No,
because isn't that
no?
Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah.
Joker gets her pregnant.
No.
Then
anyway, don't keep trying. Anyway,
that's what she said.
They do this prologue chapter to like make her more of a character, but it's like it doesn't relate to the rest of the story like at all. And it has like this super weird forced sex scene in there. And
rape.
Yeah, no, not
Sean
really.
Connery style.
It's weird.
Oh.
Let me tell you, this movie is supposed to be R-rated, and
I didn't even know this was R-rated. Actually, like,
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't even feel like I've seen worse stuff in like The Dark Knight is not even R-rated, and that's way darker and way more adult than this.
Exactly. That was rated PG-13, and this is rated R. And I don't know, because of some suggestive scenes. I guess you could argue that, but other than that, it's not much more violent or bloody.
Maybe they campaigned and requested it be rated R for the image.
Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't deserve the R. There's nothing in there, in my opinion, that lets it have a higher rating than The Dark Knight Returns, which is arguably also a much better adaptation of the source material.
Yes, yeah.
The two Dark Knight Returns animated movies are fucking great. And so please watch that. If you want to watch a good comic book adaptation, watch that. Don't watch The Killing Joke. I had a Star Wars Phantom Menace-esque experience with that movie. I watched the first time. I was like, okay, I guess this was pretty alright. And then I watched it again by accident on Bad Movie Night because someone was streaming it, and I was like, oh no, this is actually pretty shit. Which was the same thing that happened to me when I watched Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. And this is probably the worst of the DC animated movies that I can remember. Like even it's double worse because the source material is good, but there are like other movies that have like shittier source material that have way better movies, or just other animated movies that are also bad, but at least they focus on just being fun action movie. But this one, it's just bad, but it's not. It's just horrible. Yeah,
it's just horrible.
Unnecessary prologue with unnecessary sex scene and some, I don't know, doing nothing interesting with the character it's supposed to do something interesting with, and and shitty animation. So I guess that's the rundown.
Also, you can watch the comic book, read the comic book twice in the length of this movie.
At least, yes.
So I can recommend doing that.
Yes.
Like in general,
when you have
like adaptation of something, it's shorter. But this is the only time that it's longer, way longer than the actual original work.
Yeah.
Well, that legitimately sucks because I really enjoyed The Dark Knight Returns. Like, I'm not a big fan of comic books. You know, I think I talk about this quite a lot with some of my students because obviously I live in Japan and many of my students love manga and they often inquire, do I read manga and am I into comic books? And I always have to say no. And then, you know, comes the inevitable question, why? And I think the point is I lack the imagination to make the pictures move. Like some people can fill in the blanks, right? Can make that stuff live in their mind. When I read a comic book, to me, it's just ink. It's just like pictures and words. Like I can't make it move. I can't excite myself with it. It's just not in my brain to do that. I mean, I've read a whole bunch of comic books actually, you know, like Batman and the Outsiders and The Amazing Spider-Man or whatever. And I read the Watchmen like graphic novel, and I've got the Arkham Asylum somewhere behind me on my shelf. Like I've tried to get into comic books, but I just it doesn't work for me. You know, I just can't fill in the blanks in my own mind. So, but the animated movies are pretty great. I mean, I love the Batman Returns. No, the Batman Returns. Yeah, I love that too. But the Dark Knight Returns, like I really enjoyed that animated movie, and I felt like I could get the comic book experience from that, and I enjoyed the shit out of that. So hence, I was really actually quite looking forward to watching The Killing Joke. But you guys kind of put me off now. So do you think if you don't know the story of The Killing Joke, if you don't know that, is it worth watching?
It's probably gonna ruin the original story for you, kinda, because it lacks any impact that the comic book had. I mean, you can start watching it, and if you already feel like the prologue chapter is too, I don't know, shitty in terms of animation and everything, and lacks any, you know, impact for you, then just stop watching before the real story starts. But it's just not a good adaptation.
Yeah, like even if you don't read comic books, I think like either don't watch it, like, or read the book, because like the book is just it's just very easy to read. It's way shorter as well. Like you save time by actually reading the book instead of watching the movie, which is like a horrible adaptation. So,
and it looks better.
For some reason, I don't know why, I just got off on a small tangent. I'm reminded of this hilarious thing that happened. I think it was, I don't know when it was anyway, but it was a couple of years ago. Do you know like X Factor and American Idol and those type of shows? Like this in England, it's this big thing to have a Christmas #1 single, you know, like in the pop charts or whatever. So anyway, so usually over every year the TV show X Factor, which is like this pop idol type show in England, like gets #1, and one of the judges is like Simon Cowell or whatever. So they kind of manufacture on TV this huge hype, and they release like a single of a particular pop artist or whatever, and it always gets #1, and whatever, you know, idiots. But like one year, one magical year, Rage Against the Machine released "Killing in the Name of" as a single for Christmas, and every rock fan in England, basically, whether they liked Rage Against the Machine or disliked Rage Against the Machine, just got behind Rage Against the Machine and put that song at #1. And of course, the magical thing about that song is the main hook of that song is the chorus, like, "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." Like, it's brilliant. And it got to #1. It succeeded. And Simon Cowell, had this magical, hilarious quote, was saying, "They've ruined Christmas. Look what they've done." I don't know.
They made it better.
That sprung to mind. Yeah, it was like one of the most amazing moments in like rock history for English people. Brilliant. Like, fuck you, X Factor. Fuck you, pop music. Anyway, that brings me on. That's a good segue to say my band is releasing a new single actually. On the 8th of August. Which I don't know if that will be before or after this show is released. So it is in no way, shape or form as good as "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the Machine. I will say that flat out. That's one of the best songs of all time. It's amazing. So if you want to like download that single, I will put the link in the description, and that single is going to play actually at the end of this show. Instead of the usual finishing music, I'm going to play the Swish single, so I advise you to promptly skip that. But if you are interested, please listen. And it's for free. You can download it for precisely $0. So yep, go do that if you are interested. But hey, that brings me on to the now I've plugged the shit out of myself and my band. Anyway, finally, I'm going to talk about Overwatch.
Oh no!
So you might think that, but I'm telling you, when you finally,
I think it's fun. I'm guessing it's gonna be fun. I'm guessing I'm gonna enjoy it, but I'm not really like missing anything.
Yeah, you say that, but the thing is, I think personally, Overwatch is so good that when you finally get around to playing Overwatch, you will have the realization like, fuck me, where has this been in my life? Like, where has this been for the last couple of months? Like, Jesus, that game rocks hard. Wow. And this is coming from me, a person who does not like multiplayer shooters. I do not like Call of Duty very much. I play for 2 weeks and I'm bored as shit. And Battlefield, it's like a bunch of people hiding, fucking camping prone in shipping containers. Like, that's what Battlefield is for me. Like, I just don't like it. This game is brilliant. It combines what you'd think were the strategic elements of Battlefield with the fun, the sheer balls out fun of Time Splitters and the crazy character design, plus the special move elements of Street Fighter. That's what it is. It rocks hard. Like, it's so much fun. And even if you don't like first person shooters, multiplayer shooters like me, that game is something else. It's on a whole different level. The bar has been moved. If you are on the fence or you have the least bit interest in Overwatch, I highly recommend it. I know people will say it's a free-to-play game they have to pay $60 for, but I have spent more time playing that than I have like other $60 games. It's fantastic. It's the best multiplayer online shooter battle game I've ever played in my life. It's fucking brilliant, and is first ballot, like, strutting its way to Game of the Year award for me. It's just fucking brilliant. I love it.
All right.
Cool. And with that bombshell, we will head into the depths. Welcome back to the depths. So hey, look outside your window. Most likely it's sunny out there. So which means, hey, nope, not for Human Metal. He's a German. He deserves the rain.
Mm-hmm.
But
the reign of terror.
Now Human Metal, that's depressing, considering the recent events of France. God bless you, French people. You don't deserve it. I don't know why they keep going for you. You're arrogant, stupid, pig-headed bastards, but you don't deserve that type of terrorism.
Nobody deserves that type of terrorism.
Exactly. Terrorism sucks. Fucking all terrorists should just die. Not through acts of terrorism, obviously, but just through, I don't know, some natural, I don't know, a plague that targets only terrorists.
Terrorism can also be fun, though. Like in the first pick of my movies for summer movies today.
Yes, but like Human Metal says, before Human Metal runs out, I see what Human Metal's trying to do. He's trying to like segue there, but he's done an awful job of it. But we are going to be talking about summer things, or things that remind us of summer. So we're going to talk about one movie on one video game that kind of, reminds us personally of summer. Or in Human Metal's case, I believe he doesn't have a video game, right, Human Metal?
Yeah,
because he's an unigematic.
At least I'm not drunk.
Wait, I can do this. Unimaginative person, because he's German. He's German. Give him his head is filled with car parts.
I can do 2 movies though.
But he can do 2 movies, so we're going to start. Human Metal, please tell us your first movie.
Okay.
Please, I know. Wait. I'm going to take a shot in the dark. I know what your first summer movie is. Das Boot.
No, it's Die Hard with a Vengeance. which is
Fuck! You're kidding me!
Is that yours too?
That's mine too! Son of a bitch!
Let's talk about it then.
Movies in the world!
Let's talk about it. It's an iconic summer movie. You know, like the first two were iconic Christmas movie, kind of. So, what did you like most about Die Hard with a Vengeance? Go for it.
What are the odds of that? Fuck me.
Well, it's a great movie. Come on.
It is a great movie. I think it's, personally speaking, from a personal point of view, and I know it's not a popular opinion, it's actually my favorite Die Hard movie.
Yeah, for me too. Everybody's saying like, okay, I like the first one a lot too, but it's and maybe if I watch them back to back, it would be hard to decide. But it's definitely better than the second one and all the others that came after it. So yeah, I think it's my favorite one.
I think it's my favorite one. I like it because it's really colourful.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. And like you say, it's completely summer vibed. I mean, hell, the whole movie starts off with the Del Shannon song, right? Like, down, summer in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
And a huge bomb goes off, and it's just like immediately, like that sets
everybody's sweating, everybody is dirty in that movie at the end, smeared with blood and oil.
Got John McClane with that like blue and white check shirt on and his fucking sweaty vest, and Samuel L. Jackson always looks like he's, you know, just like as humid as fuck, and someone needs to fan him.
And then, feel the summer vibes, people. Yeah. Anyway, it's okay. Die Hard with a Vengeance is like the third movie in the series, and like I said, like it's not set in at Christmas like the other ones. It's not set in L.A. It's set in New York, and I don't know. It's just it's a lot of fun. They not only give McClane something interesting to do, but also send Samuel L. Jackson with him on the road, which is those two make a great buddy cop pairing, And also the other cops from John McClane's department also got some cool stuff to do. It makes you, learn more about those characters, and they're cool too. So, it's just an enjoyable movie. Jeremy Irons is a great villain. Lots of entertaining stuff in that movie. Great action scenes that still hold up, in my opinion. I think it's underrated. A lot of people say they didn't like the third one. I don't quite get it. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's the best one.
Human Metal, for once, I totally agree with you. I think it is the best one. There are so many fantastic moments in that. The chemistry, it all hinges on the chemistry between Samuel L. Jackson and Mel
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Sorry, I'm a little bit drunk. Bruce Willis is phenomenal. It's one of the best ever like buddy cop. Like bromances. I wouldn't say it's a bromance because they kind of hate each other, right?
Well, at the end, they don't anymore. They're really they're just quipping at each other, but you see that they really respect each other too. And I think they have become friends at the end. I'm pretty sure of it. It sure feels like it.
I think so too. I think there are, like you say, there are many perfect action scenes. I mean, who can ever forget that amazing moment where like Samuel L. Jackson's driving down the road in a fucking BMW that he just stole from someone. And then and Bruce Willis comes shooting out of a manhole cover in a geyser.
I love that scene.
It's amazing.
Whoa! It's fantastic.
You got a hell of a way of flagging someone down, McClane. It's absolutely magical, and I don't know, like I'm too drunk to talk about it properly, but there's that scene where they're trying to get across onto the ship, and then the cable snaps and cuts the guy in half, and they're saying we need to move this body, we need to hide this body, and like McClane grabs his hands, and like Samuel L. Jackson grabs his feet, but they both pull in the same direction, which shows you like
you take his feet.
The guy's actually been cut in half. It's just, it's amazing, and little like random quotes that come out, like where like Bruce Willis is fighting a huge guy and he's talking about the Addams Family. You ever seen Addams Family? They have this guy called Lurch. Like trying to knock out this huge fucking guy. Or the moment where like Samuel L. Jackson finally gets a bit earlier in the movie, he's talking to the police, and Bruce Willis gives him like a machine gun or something. He's like, and he's like, yeah, okay, you take this. And the guy's like, what do I do? And the guy's like, what? You've never fired a gun before? And the guy's like, all black guys don't, immediately know how to handle weapons, you racist motherfucker. Yeah. And then later he comes across the bad guy and he tries to shoot him. And it's like the gun's doing nothing. And the bad guy just takes it out of his hands like, oh yeah, you got the safety on. He takes safety off and then shoots him in the foot.
Yeah, this movie is full of fantastic scenes, and it was like really John McTiernan in perfect form, taking the reins again, and yeah, it was great. I loved it. It's got a lot more humor than the first one, and I appreciated that. It's just a very enjoyable summer blockbuster, and it still holds up. So, actually, I think I'm gonna put it into
watch it right now.
Yeah, no. After we're done recording, I'm in the mood for watching that movie again. It's been a while. It's been like a year or something. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, great movie.
Me too. Like I just it's a fantastic movie. And just to lay a small for some reason it sticks in the mind. I just told you the scene where the bad guy takes the gun away from Samuel L. Jackson and shoots him in the foot with it. Mm-hmm. But the whole crux of that what makes that scene fucking brilliant and hysterical is the fact that he's eating a boiled egg.
Yeah. It's just a kind of surreal scene, and Jeremy Irons plays it very well, nonchalantly going over to Samuel L. Jackson, just taking the gun out of his hands. It's like, okay.
Take the safety off. With a mouthful of boiled egg that shoots him in the foot. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Great stuff, yeah. So I guess that's also kind of killed my movie choice, because that's
you still got your game, but I guess Brack is next.
Brack, what have you got first on your list?
So I didn't even pick my favorite summer movie, but I just picked one which I have strong memories with. And the one I picked is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And not even because it's my favorite Mission Impossible movie, which is 4. But it's because I remember watching this when I was in Poland on vacation. And I had a really horrible travel there because I traveled through Belgium because it was cheaper. And I couldn't stay at a hotel, so I stayed at the airport. So I had to sleep over at the airport, which is a horrible experience. Just saying, don't sleep at the airport. It's horrible.
I know that feeling. Brack, I backpacked all around Southeast Asia.
So yeah, that's so I had to sleep at the airport. And the next day, I got the plane. And the first day I got in Poland, I was like, this place is fucking hot at the moment. It's I had no idea this place was so fucking hot. They had a heat wave right at the time I got there. And they had the heat wave. So I was tired as hell. It was so super hot. And the funny thing is that the bus from the airport, they dropped me off right in front of the theater. So literally the first thing I did when I got to Poland was escape the heat to go see a movie. And the one that was playing, right in 10 minutes, was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And that's the main reason I watched the movie. But it's actually a really fun movie as well. I actually rewatched it only a week ago or something. And it's a really fun action movie. The action sequences are great. You can say shit about Tom Cruise all you want, which he deserves because he's a crazy person. But still, he does some insane action sequences. He literally, in this movie, he hangs on the side of a plane. Not like CGI. He literally hangs on the side of the plane when it goes up the air. You have to see the behind the scenes stuff. He's in a suit hanging on the side of the plane. Of course there are wires there that they cut out, but you don't see that stuff in any other action. Any other actor doesn't do that.
Yeah, and in the fourth one, he was literally climbing up the side of the tallest building in Dubai, wasn't he?
Yes, the Taj Mahal. He does some insane stunts in the Mission Impossible.
Brack, you fucking moron. The Taj Mahal is not in Dubai, that's in India.
Yeah.
Right,
you mix that up a bit.
Yeah. Carry on, though.
What was the building then?
I don't know what the building was back in anyway. It definitely was not the Taj Mahal.
It's Burj Khalifa. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah. My fault. I'm an ignorant European. I'm sorry. But yeah, the action sequences are great. The humor is very good. Simon Pegg is really funny in it. There's some really good like chase sequences, like on bikes. And overall, the bad guy is really weaker than the one in the fourth. But it's a really fun.
That's kind of a shame because I can't even remember who was the fucking bad guy in the fourth one.
I know, but it's a really fun action movie. Like it's a really good fun action movie with some really thrilling sequences. So yeah, I can recommend. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. You're gonna have a good time with it.
I have not watched it, so you know what? Hearing you're saying that you think it's the best Mission Impossible franchise.
No. I think fourth is the best one.
I disagree with that.
I know you're one of
immediately, Brack, but
I know you're one of the people that think the first one is the best one.
It is, because it is the best one.
No, it's not the best one. It's not the best.
It is the best one. Oh,
the first one is like a cheesy spy movie, and it's like a decent cheesy spy movie. But the fourth one is a great action movie, and I prefer a great action movie over a cheesy, alright spy movie.
Nope. You're missing the point. The first one has a couple of insane, brilliant action sequences. Number one, that whole scene where it's iconic. The guy.
I know it's iconic, but it's not that thrilling anymore.
The PC, it's amazing. And the moment with their fucking airplane gets hooked onto the back of the Channel Tunnel train, it's brilliant.
That looks horrible now. Literally, the one with the chopper and the train looks horrible. The first time I watched it looked horrible. The CGI hasn't aged well, but the sequence with in Dubai with Mission Impossible 4, that's just amazing. It looks amazing. It's very thrilling, and I think it hasn't been topped. It's like one of my favorite action moments of all time, and I think it hasn't been topped by any other Mission Impossible movie yet.
Okay. Well, anyway, hearing your description of the recent Mission Impossible movie, I haven't seen it. I would like to see it. Yeah, the thing is, that's not a series I would catch in the cinema, but it's a series that I would very happily rent on DVD. For some reason, I completely blanked when it came to the most recent one, but yeah, with your kind of description of the movie, I think I will probably rent that. Maybe my summer vacation is this weekend, so maybe this weekend.
I watched it on DVD as well and enjoyed it a lot. Like most of those movies, except maybe the second one. But
the second one's horrible.
Yeah, but I really
enjoyed the second one at the time though.
I kind of enjoyed every Mission Impossible movie in its own right for different reasons. The first one I think is a legit good spy movie. I like the Brian De Palma stuff, a lot of the stuff in general, and
classic.
Then the second one is just this really dumb action John Woo movie that can be enjoyed because it's so stupid.
And really, really, really painful, that final shot with the rock, the stone he finds in the sand. Ouch.
Yep.
Ouch.
And starting from the third one, I enjoyed the movies for themselves because they were good action movies. So yeah. Well,
the third one, is really weird for me. For some fucking reason, I can never remember what happens in the third one. I had amnesia
that's
with
funny,
that movie.
Because I like the movie. I've watched it multiple times, literally. I can't remember shit from the movie, except Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's amazing in the film.
Great in the movie, but I from the fourth and the fifth one, specific action moments I can remember very clearly. But in Mission Impossible 3, I remember the action was good, but I have no clue why it was good because I can't remember a single action sequence from that movie.
That's exactly it. I remember two things from that movie only. Literally. No, I remember three things. I remember, number one, a bomb going off in his girlfriend and her eyes going boop. And number two, I remember maybe something about the Red Square exploding in Russia.
No,
and
that's
number
four.
Three,
that's four.
Is it four? Really?
Yeah,
four.
Man. Yes.
See, I really can't remember anything about three. I think this proves it. I'm getting really confused with four.
I can remember that Aaron Paul was in it for some reason.
And I also remember Jeremy Renner being really, really cool, and me always thinking that Jeremy Renner was the bad guy until he wasn't, which was kind of cool. So it really surprised me. It's oh my god, he's not the bad guy. What's going on? Movie law has failed me. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on, Human Metal. Or I should say, what's your name? Not Sir Sloppy the Second there, that's Brack.
Masturbate.
Master Bates, he knows his own name. Master Bates, please take it away. What's next on your...
Well, next and last. Before I talk about the second movie I picked, I wanted to at least... It's not that funny. I wanted to at least get some gaming shout-out out there. And I want to talk about the... first, I'll let Chuchu get this off his chest, so he can stop chuckling.
Oh, sorry, Master Bates. Continue.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to arcade machines because I can't remember which console games or handheld games I specifically played during summer season, but I remember playing some arcade games when I went on vacation with my dad in some European countries like Spain or Britain, for example. And we always wound up at a place where there were some arcade machines around, and those, kept me entertained. So there was some good stuff there. Like I remember the Asterix arcade side-scroll brawler that was pretty fun, yep. and side-scroll Aliens game, 2D Aliens game that was pretty cool, and Joe and Mac I played on an arcade machine too.
Wow, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, so lots of cool stuff on arcade machines that... Fatal Fury game too, I think. So yeah, lots of cool stuff that I played on arcade machines. I don't remember all the specific games, but yeah, those were good times.
You know what sucks? One time I went to fucking Bognor Regis in England. If you've ever been to Bognor Regis, I immediately apologise for England being shit. But anyway, so Bognor Regis is this boring-ass seaside town that has this kind of like entertainment complex called Butlins, where basically you go and see cabaret acts and stuff, and like old people are really happy and clap their hands, and young people think, oh my god, I want to commit suicide as soon as possible. But there was one saving grace. In a fucking local diner just outside the Butlins camp, they had the Aliens 2D scrolling action game. I was a huge Aliens fan. I had no fucking idea that game existed. I was like, it was generally my reaction. So I had like £1. So it's like 20p a game at that time. Can you believe that? Arcade machines when I was young cost 20p to play. Can you fucking believe that? It's like £1 fucking 50 to play anything these days.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I spent like all my pocket money playing that 2D like Aliens arcade game. Like, loved it. Thought it was brilliant. Thought it was like one of the most amazing things I'd ever played. Never found it again in my history of arcade hunting. That was the only time I ever fucking found that game. It's like a myth to me. It's almost like it didn't exist. Like it's like a fucking fever dream.
I guess you could play it on an emulator today. That shouldn't be too hard to find.
Good idea.
Get the MAME emulator out there, or MAME, or what's it called.
But, Human Metal, as good as that Aliens game was, we had Alien 3 on Super Nintendo, which was simply better.
Okay. I never played that, actually, so...
Oh my god! Did you play the horrible Mega Drive version?
No, I didn't play any version of that game, so...
Well, Mega Drive version, you're excused. It wasn't good. Super Nintendo version, brilliant. Go back and play it as close as you'll ever get to that original like side-scrolling SNES player. Download it on like the ROM or whatever, emulate it. It's fucking brilliant.
I think my favorite Aliens-related game is the Capcom brawler, Aliens vs. Predator brawler. I think that's fantastic. So I enjoyed that quite a lot. That's a pretty cool game. I never found that in an arcade though. I had to play that on an emulator. So there you go. Hello?
Fuck you, Human Metal. That's all I'm going to say about that. Fuck you. Like with bells on.
What?
Like if that's the best Alien game you've ever played. Like seriously.
It's great. It's great.
Fuck you.
I like that. I love that brawler. It's fantastic.
No. I mean, granted, I played the Alien vs. Predator Super Nintendo version, which was probably the worst game.
Yeah, that was shit. Play the original arcade version. It's great, especially in co-op.
Yeah, I did play it, but there's no way on this Earth or any other planet in the history of alien or human existence that is better than Alien vs. Predator 2 on PC or Alien Isolation on PlayStation.
Well, it comes down to taste. I enjoy brawlers more than I enjoy first-person shooters, so I guess I would still prefer the brawler then. Doesn't mean that the game is a better game in general. Just the genre is more appealing to me.
I only played Alien vs Predator on the 360, that game, and that one sucks. So yeah.
Brack, 2 words for you. Fuck and you. That game was awesome. It was great. How could you not like that? 3 campaigns, Alien, Marina Predator. I finished all 3 of those campaigns. They were great.
I've started all 3 of them. I didn't finish any of them.
Weak ass pussy asshole.
It's a shitty game. It's not a good game.
It's a great game.
It's not a great game. It's not even a good game.
Brack has his head so far up his own ass that it's coming literally out of his mouth. If you look at Brack, it's like a conundrum. His head extends all the way to his ass, goes up through his body, and literally comes out his mouth. And he's got like a small head like Beetlejuice poking out of his own mouth. God. That's why he doesn't appreciate Alien vs Predator. Human metal. What's next on your list?
Okay, so I'm going to keep this short because I didn't expect my arcade shoutout to get this conversation to spawn this conversation. I'll try. Anyway, of course, the other movie I picked is Jaws.
I mean, of course.
Naturally.
Jaws.
Naturally.
Uh-huh. Of course, we're supposed to immediately assume he's going to pick Jaws.
No,
obviously it's Jaws.
Yeah, that's the other big movie that I can think of that is summer themed. That is has stayed in my mind. It's a fucking old ass movie. I recently rewatched it, but it still holds up. It's weird how many of the scenes in that movie today feel like improvised, and maybe they were. I feel like a lot of those conversations didn't really have a script. It had Iron Man syndrome or something, where a lot of that shit was ad-libbed because there are so many people talking, over each other, like on this podcast. And, it feels weird today. It's like those kind of movies don't get made anymore. At least not with that dialogue. And yeah, but it's still an enjoyable movie. It's actually a lot longer than I remembered it to be. Could have used a bit of trim here and there, but other than that, it's pretty cool, and everything holds up except for the shark when it's not in the water, because that last scene is really rough. Like every time they use the model and not footage of an actual shark, that good old Bruce, he is not that spry anymore. So yeah. Anyway, other than that, I still enjoyed that movie. Still like Deep Blue Sea better because it's a dumbass dumb movie, and I enjoy that dumbass dumb movie. But I wouldn't, call that a summer movie necessarily. So there you go.
Jaws is a good fit as well because I think Jaws is like the first real blockbuster.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Steven Spielberg invented some blockbuster with that movie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really like that. That's a good, very tense movie. By the way. If you have the 3 main characters, Brody, Quint, Hooper, how would that group compare to our group? Which character would be us?
Oh shit!
I think
Chuchu is Quint.
Brack is Hooper.
No. You would metal as Hooper.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna be Brody. I think you would metal as Hooper.
From the looks, you are pretty close to young Robert Dreyfuss, actually, I would say. So.
Yeah, but that's the beard.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, I'll be Quinn. What can I say?
Yeah,
sure. I'll be Quinn.
He's the drunken guy, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but you say what you want about Quinn. He has the most impressive scene in the whole entire fucking film. So.
Which specific?
I'll exit the stage, but I'll have the most impressive scene.
Okay.
Which is his most impressive scene? The scene where he gets bitten in half, human metal.
Yeah.
If there's anything you ever remember from Jaws, it's that. So I showed my daughter when she was quite young Jaws on TV. It was just playing on TV. I was watching it. She watched it. To this day, she's scared of the water. To this day.
Well done. You are the worst parent.
There is no way ever that Deep Blue Sea, is as good as Jaws. I mean, it has some fun scenes. Samuel L. Jackson getting eaten mid-speech is a riot every time you see it. It's fantastic. But there's no way that it's as good as Jaws.
No chance. They have something in common, though. The tech is dated in that movie, too. The CG in Deep Blue Sea is horrible.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing. When you compare that datedness, dated actual real-world prosthetic models versus dated CG,
the models have more charm to it, that's true.
Exactly. I mean, at least it sometimes looks a little real. Whereas CG, you watch poor CG, it just does not work. Like Brack was saying, perhaps the original Mission Impossible, I haven't watched it in a while, but perhaps that CG now looks like a PlayStation 1 graphic going down the channel tunnel. I don't know.
Anyway, Chuchu, what's the game on your list?
Before I get into the game that actually specifically reminds me of some of it because of its content, I will briefly talk about the game that reminds me of some of it because, like Brack, I played it in the summer. Well, Brack watched the movie in the summer, but so that reminds him of the summer. But I'm going to talk about a game that I played in the summer, and I had that thing, when in summer, my general gaming habits are to play relaxing games because it's so fucking hot in Japan that it's difficult to breathe sometimes. So you don't want to play a stressful game. You play a stressful game, you get overheated, and it's when you're literally sweating when you're playing a video game, it's never fun, to relax in your house and do that. So I tend to play more relaxing, RPG style games where you don't really have to stress out so much. But I remember this one really great summer where, for some bizarre reason, I decided to play Metroid Prime, and I 100%ed that motherfucker. But I specifically remember the summer experience of playing Metroid Prime, because that's quite a stressful game, because that's a very difficult game.
Oh, yeah.
In my undies, basically in a pair of boxer shorts only. On a black leather...
TMI!
On a black pleather couch.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yes. With no air conditioning, sweating my ass off.
Literally.
100% Metroid Prime. Not the most comfortable experience, but an incredibly rewarding one. Especially because, this was maybe 5 years ago. So, a Metroid Prime is over 10 years old or something. So, when I first played that game, I could not get past Metroid Prime, the final boss, because I just didn't have enough, missile upgrades or whatever. So the boss just kicked my ass to the point where I just kind of gave up trying to fight it. And then eventually, when I came back to it, I knew how hard a boss Metroid Prime was, so I just went on a mission to 100% the game to get every missile expansion that I could possibly find to help me. So I know it's kind of cheating in a way, but I kind of used internet guides, to help me find the location of those hidden rare items that I would otherwise miss. And
no shame in that.
No shame in that, exactly. So I hunted every nook and cranny, expanded my playtime, got every single missile in the whole fucking game, everything, every health tank, whatever, and it was showdown time, and I fought Metroid Prime, and I beat Metroid Prime with limited health, and yes, I've done it. And then I didn't realize, because I'm a fucking idiot, Metroid Prime has a second form, and then that second form kicked my ass, and I was like, what? I had to do it all again. But finally I managed to beat that game, and because I went searching for those extra items, I 100%ed it in the baking hot summer on a black pleather couch.
Yeah, literally pulled your ass cheeks off when you try to get up after that playing session.
As Brack said before the podcast, began, when I kind of got up, kind of sound when I got up,
pieces of skin is still stuck to the chair, it just ripped off.
Exactly that, and it's the type of game you immediately, after you've done it, you immediately need to go take a shower.
Yes.
Every game has had that experience, and that was kind of my experience of the summer. But a game that reminds me of the summer by its content alone is a pretty obvious one. It's Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 in the tropics, beaches, on the sea, one of the best open worlds that was ever made, in my opinion, far superior to Far Cry 4. Just because its open world was such a wonderful thing at that time. Just beaches,
palm trees. You know, I remember just sort of like lazing. You know, be just like going on the ocean with a boat or whatever, trying to dive down, like to get like a piece of hidden treasure or something down underneath the ocean, and then coming up and trying to fight off a fucking shark that was trying to eat me. Unlike Jaws, I had a fucking like mounted machine gun to deal with it on the boat I was on, so no problem there. Smo, son of a bitch! It was dead. Sans explosion, but like. Just perfect. I mean, I have still memories to this day of like climbing up like the volcano in Far Cry 3 and like just, you know, jumping off just for the shits and gigs. No point to jump off that volcano. Just like, hey, if I jump off this volcano, what's going to happen? And jumping off and doing this huge like skyscraper style dive into the like the pool at the bottom of that volcano, and then just kind of like climbing my way up. Really atmospheric. Or fighting those like birds that eat meat. I've forgotten what they're called, but like in this like vast open plain, we just got the blue sky and that wavering grass and these horrible man-eating birds coming at you, and like with the flamethrower setting fire to everything. I don't know. That's the summer to me. Like,
it's summertime. Ah!
Summertime, yes. Burn some birds with a flamethrower. Man-eating birds, no less. It was a perfect game. If you ever want to get that summer vibe. Like you're on the beach and you're about to go surfing and want to shoot some guys who, you know, blow up a couple cars or whatever. That's the game to go for.
Man.
Summer all the way, atmospheric as fuck. One of the best open worlds ever made, and summer.
For some reason, you mentioning first Jurassic Park a few minutes ago, and now this with man-eating birds and everything. I now kind of want a Far Cry set in Jurassic World for some reason.
I always wanted Far Cry, which is like a Jurassic Park type scenario.
You had dinosaurs that shoot lasers in what was it called? Blood Dragon, right?
Which was great.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but I didn't like it much. But
you're in the minority there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I am in the minority. But yeah, sure. Hell, fuck. Let's get a time traveling game where you can go back in time to the dinosaur times with the fucking twin machine guns. Boom. I'm down for that. They released that game. I'm sold. I'm in. I'm all in. So how about you guys? Any thoughts on Far Cry 3? Brack, I know you played it. How do you feel about that summer game?
Yeah, like for me, I thought about games that were like I played during summer, and Far Cry 3, I distinctly remember that playing during winter.
It must have been quite a nice experience getting away from the cold weather into the. I mean, I just think about in the summer, like in summer, if I play Skyrim, like it comforts me that seeing that snow on the screen or whatever, it like literally cools my body down, like somehow. As long as I have the air conditioner on, obviously. If I don't have it on, I'm gonna fucking fry.
Yeah, like so Far Cry 3, I love the game. It's a great game, and. It's just a lot of fun, and it's good fun. The environment is beautiful, definitely. Like it very much feels like a crazy tropical summer vacation gone wrong type of story as well, and location. And I really loved it for that. So yeah, I know why you picked it as a summer game, but for me, it's definitely a winter game because I played it during the winter, and that's like my memory to it is like I think I remember it playing as like the last game I played that year. Because I played it like literally like in the end of December.
Never played it, but the trailer looked very summery to me. So all right.
And all of the main characters are the summer douchebags you like tourists you see.
Yeah.
Like a tourist location. So yeah.
Putting the towels everywhere.
Yeah, I would. If you haven't played Far Cry 3 Human Metal, I would totally recommend playing that. In fact, I would recommend playing that over Far Cry 4, just because I think it's a better game. So, Brack, anyway, before we ramble off into the ins and outs of Far Cry 3, why don't you tell us what is next on your list? And final, I would say.
Yes, on my list is the last one is Red Dead Redemption, and also because I played it during summer, but especially like Red Dead Redemption was the first game I played on an HD TV during summer, because it was. This is gonna age me, very young. Red Dead Redemption came out right when I was done with high school. Literally. Like during my last year of high school, I started playing Red Dead Redemption.
Wait, did you say when I was dumb in high school?
Done. Not dumb. I've always been dumb in high school.
I think all of us have been.
But
everyone
like,
is dumb in high school, in a way.
Came out right after I'd done like my final exams for high school. So in between the waiting period for like if I passed or not, I played it. And I like to congratulate myself because I was pretty sure I was gonna pass. I bought like a big ass HD TV. And then it was like the first, like for 2 weeks straight, that's all I did. Like I woke up in the morning, played like 5 hours of Red Dead Redemption, and I did some other stuff. They played some more Red Dead Redemption. Like I played a shit ton of Red Dead Redemption in that time. And it was super hot. Like I had the problem with like my skin sticking to my chair and stuff like that. Which is kind of horrible, but it was so much fun. I remember it happening the first few days, and because I didn't have anything to do, what happened then was I started playing late at night. So I started playing like around 12 o'clock, so it was cooler. So yeah, love that game. And that doesn't help. Like Skyrim helps, but that game looks hot as well. Like when you're walking through like the Mexico desert, it's like, oh my god, that guy, like the pants of the Skyrim pants of him has to be sweaty as hell. That doesn't sound like I don't want to be in his position. That's all I'm saying.
And he has to sit on the fucking saddle and just his ass gets stuck to that.
Yes. Oh
horrible. God damn it!
Or imagine if he didn't use a saddle and his ass was get stuck to the fucking horse. Even worse, probably.
A Human Metal, I think you've had very limited experience of that type of thing. But getting your ass stuck to a horse or getting your ass stuck to a saddle, I'd much prefer to take the horse because your ass doesn't stick to the horse.
Okay.
Sticks to the saddle like fuck, though.
Yeah, that's leather. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Don't write bare-butted people.
There are many video games in this earth that are fantastic. That could be described as the best video game of all time. Have you played Red Dead Redemption?
I so want to play for it. I'm still holding out for that PC version, but it's not coming for some reason. I don't get it. Now they make it possible to play like Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox One, and apparently it runs better on that. So maybe, can we get a Windows 10 version or something? I don't know. I really want to play that game, but I don't feel like going back to the 360 to play it. I really hope Rockstar is going to release a fucking PC port of that someday. So here's hoping. But apparently so far they haven't done it, so I'm still waiting. I want to play it, I really do. I heard only good things, and I really want to play in that world. So wish me good luck that there is a PC port on the horizon.
Human metal. Go down to your local game store and buy a fucking $10 used copy of fucking Red Dead Redemption for Xbox One, or Xbox 360, or PlayStation 3. I mean, like, it blew my fucking mind. It took video games to a whole nother level, like that I'd never experienced before. That emotional connection, that catharsis, that kind of atmosphere of just being completely there in that character, like in that situation. It was epic beyond anything like I've ever experienced before. Like when you're out on the plains of Mexico and there's a thunderstorm coming in and you're trying to rope yourself a new horse. Like, Jesus, that type, it's like almost not like you're sitting in your chair at home. It's almost like you are in the plains of Mexico and you can feel that fucking storm coming in. You can feel that rain coming in. It's this absolute fucking masterpiece, and the story is brilliant, and it really kind of brings you in, and it rewards the way you play. So it was one of the, like, for example, when I first played Red Dead Redemption, it's from the makers of Grand Theft Auto. So I played that game like I was playing Grand Theft Auto. I'd rope everybody, I would drown women in the river or whatever, because it didn't give you bad karma. Well, you know, I would just cause mayhem, and the game wasn't connecting with me at all. But then, you know, I wasn't really enjoying the game, but then I sort of switched perspective on the game, and I started to play the game as the game intended me to play. So I started to play John Marston as like this reluctant hero, and, you know, I would calm my itchy trigger finger, and I would only kill the people I had to kill. when I started to play that game like that, the game took on a whole different meaning. Like it was really deep and rewarding when you play as the game sort of invites you to play. It doesn't force your hand, but it invites you to play as a good guy, as like the unforgiven character, a guy who had done terrible things in the past, but is coming out now and trying to do his best. The storyline, wow, it hits hard. Perfect masterpiece. Unfortunately, I just cannot get back into that game. I cannot play it in the same form as the first time I played it, but it's brilliant.
Well, I got nothing more to say. Still, I want to play it, and also all you guys are talking about sounds amazing, but yeah, still just, holding out for that amazing first-time experience with a better version than the 360 version. Maybe I'll get lucky sometime in the future.
Yeah, in that way and other ways. So I'm a little bit drunk. I've lost complete control of who has said what and when they said it.
We're done.
We're done. We're done, right?
Yes,
We're done.
Super drunk, and yeah.
We're done. I am drunk. So just before we finish, just for complete random conversation, do you guys have any interesting plans for summer vacation?
I'm actually next week. I'm gonna go to Cologne in Germany, which surprisingly enough is pretty close to where you and Metal lives. So we're gonna meet up.
Oh, motherfucker!
We're gonna tear down Cologne.
Yeah, we will make a picture and Photoshop you in it, so you don't. Okay?
Man, I am legitimately jealous. I want to meet you guys face to face. Ah, Jesus Christ, that's terrible, awful. Hope you guys both die in a traffic accident, fuckers. I'm joking. I hope you have a great time. It must be. What are you gonna do?
We don't know yet.
Not sure yet.
Yeah,
maybe get out, get something to eat, and visit some interesting places that Cologne has to offer. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest 4 words: rat-assed fucking drunk.
Maybe. We'll see.
I probably will, at least some of the time I'm there.
The problem is I don't have disposable income yet. Only next month, so there's no drinking is expensive, so I have to hold back on that.
Oh, good grief. I would as much as I hate you two motherfuckers, I would love to meet you in real life and go out and do something with you. God damn it!
Just like with the Red Dead Redemption PC version, maybe someday it will happen.
Maybe, or you two motherfuckers can come out to Japan and sleep in my fucking basement.
If I ever get rich and can afford the ticket, I definitely will do that.
You mean next to the dead bodies you stacked out there?
Well,
we'll be the next ones.
There are bonuses. You can sleep next to my S&M gear. There ain't no party like an S&M party.
A legit JRPG party.
So how about you, Human Metal? Aside from meeting Beardy McBeardison there, what else are you going to do?
Just a lot of work. I started a new job, and getting money, getting income again and stuff like that, like, bolstering up on the monies. And other than that, just hoping that it doesn't get too hot while I am stuck at work. But so far it doesn't look like it. We got a steady 22 degrees Celsius over here. And a lot of rain right now, so at least that's not happening. So, yeah, it's not the prettiest summer, but I guess it's all right. So, and I don't plan to actually travel anywhere right now. So
it's kind of funny that you're mentioning getting too hot and income, because I come to in your mum and it was too hot.
Oh no. No, right. Doesn't sound hot at all.
You can see Brack right now. This
sounds horrible.
This would make that joke hilarious. On screen, they're just looking supremely unimpressed, which was quite funny.
I actually have no idea what you were saying. I was just checking something.
The mom jokes would wash over him.
I got like a email, I was like, I'm checking it out, and then you're like making a joke, and I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Oh my god. So, for me, no real plans for summer vacation. I'm going to go on vacation with one girlfriend, and I'm going to be dating a couple of others in various different forms. Maybe I might even get around to playing The Witcher 3, which is still basically unplayed.
No, you won't. Let's be honest. You won't.
Maybe. You will.
You won't.
I certainly do have a lot of dating to do. And with that, no, seriously, I'm not joking about that. I have, like, how many girls do I have to date in the summer? Hang on, wait, let me count.
Do you really want to disclose that on the podcast?
2, 3, 4. I don't think they listen. They can't speak English well.
All right.
That's one of the good things about Japanese girls. Like, I can tell them, oh, yeah, I host this podcast about these videos. Like, oh, that's nice. And they listen to the intro of one, like, I don't understand. And then they never listen to it again. Miyuki, you're mean. Aoi, you're fat. Miho, you're too old for me, but you're good in bed. I could go on, but you get the message. Like, Seiya, you're really boring, but kind of hot. So anyway, if you're listening to that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean a word of it. I'm lying. And with that, we've come to the end of this week's Visit the Ocean Floor. Please join us next time when me, Sir Lancelot, rejoins the quest for the Holy Grail. Be your hair color when I'm done fucking the shit out of you, girl.
Blackburn trees on all the mainland, snow on the ground. Take flight up to the horizon and see what you can find. The crows have pulled me